Jason Thomas from Fly Racing alongside me for the broadcast today. It's going to be sticky in places, it's going to be better in others, but it's going to be an interesting first race, and all eyes over on the left-hand side of the gates. The gate drops over here. I'm going to keep an eye to the right-hand side as well as through the inside, and Tomac through the middle, and it's going to be Tomac and Jago Geerts. Geerts looked like he hit neutral as he came through there, but it's the American Eli Tomac and Maxime Renault second, Sewer in third.
Yeah, so a lot of the main protagonists here out front early. That was one of the big keys here in 2018 in the mud, was who got the starts, who got caught up in the first turn, and who didn't. Interesting to see Jago Geerts get the start. What an incredible performance by him yesterday. We see him at the front end.
Rain or shine, and obviously I would say at the moment, whilst Tomac is leading, Geerts looks the more relaxed and comfortable in these conditions. Maybe you would agree.
Absolutely, but again, this is motocross racing, no excuses, rain or shine, you got to come here to win. So, you know, if one of the European teams wins today, I don't care what the weather brings, these guys have to show up. These are the conditions that we are presented with, and you know, to Tomac's credit, he's got into a great start and he's getting the job done so far.
Yeah, the only battle that we are going to be interested in looking at outside of this is for third between Maxime Renault. A little bit heavy there for Tomac though. Just got hung up ever so slightly. Is Geerts going to triple? No, he doesn't. I think they've given up that one right there. But Renault and Sewer separated by 3/4 of a second now as they enter the final sector of this racetrack. And right on cue, Sewer all over the back of Maxime Renault. This is the battle for third place. So Sewer has made up around about a second or so. What was his lap time? 2:12, 2:15 and a 2:13. So yeah, a couple of seconds almost. Got on the inside, got good drive. He let Maxime Renault know that he was there, but he wasn't able to execute that pass before the finish line. USA leading the way on 10 points at the moment, with Tomac leading and Justin Cooper in 9th place. Belgium are on second, 3 points behind, with Geerts in second and Liam Everts in 11th place. Third is Australia, tied with Belgium at the moment, with their riders 5th and 8th, Mitch Evans and Hunter Lawrence. Hunter Lawrence, the lead MX2 rider at the moment.
Justin Cooper there. He was chasing Hunter Lawrence early in the race. Hunter Lawrence has since pulled a little bit of a lead, and there's always a race within a race. You know, being the top MX2 rider is very important, but also for Justin Cooper, he wants to beat Hunter Lawrence because of that Australia versus Team USA battle. So just because you're 9th in the moto doesn't always mean everything. You also want to make sure you know where the other MX2 riders are.
Seconds clear. He was 2 seconds quicker than Geerts last time around, and Eli Tomac has never won a race at a Motocross of Nations event. Never. Won an individual moto.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying, he is, you know, 10 minutes away from doing that.
Right.
for any of the top riders now in any of the sectors. All grey zones in sectors 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into the final lap, Eli Tomac with a 2:12.17. He has a 4.3 second advantage over Jago Geerts, but Geerts just setting the fastest lap of the race on the penultimate lap, 2:11.2. But surely that gap too big to bridge between Tomac and Geerts. How good has the track developed over the course of the race, though? The race line is starting to open and the track is getting wider as the rain stays on, the wind picks up, but more riders taking chances on the racetrack as they go after new lines to make passes.
Well, this is a reasonable racetrack. Is it difficult? Yes. Is it very technical? Of course. But you see how hard they're pushing. They're not having to methodically work around the racetrack. Right? They're riding pretty loose and they're taking some chances, which is what we really want. We want to see the best race possible.
Eli Tomac, 3 corners from taking his first ever race win in a Motocross of Nations event. He's been seconds and thirds, he's had his fair share of ups and downs, but Eli Tomac has been solid here in race 1, and the American will win race 1 here and take his first win in this event since his first appearance. But Eli Tomac, sensational in race 1 as he picks up 1 point for the United States. His teammate and wingman Justin Cooper coming home 9.
Eli Tomac, your very first race win in a Motocross of Nations event. You did exactly what you needed to do for Team USA.
That's right, went out there, got the whole shot, had a much better start than the qualifying race, just better reaction time, better traction, and it was just all about clean track, you know. Found a few good lines, tried to, what was actually happening, I was missing the lead, and I felt Geerts, you know, getting up onto me right there, so was able to do that, and that's what I felt like kept me in the lead, you know, last half of the race.
Love the race.
Cool to see, and then now it's my turn. So,
How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. Track's gonna be technical, so it's just gonna be about being consistent and getting a good start is the biggest thing.
So how does this work? What do you got to do? Just win?
Go out there and win.
All right,
That's my mindset. So,
Team USA.
yes, so let's
go.
baby.
Put all the pressure on the start. Don't freak out. The track's coming around, and it's like kind of tear off kind of track. I switch, so you don't tear off. Just be calm, and if you don't get the start, you don't panic. Just work your way through.
Yeah, you gotta be light. Tim took me around the track, so I got to see it. So it's still pretty solid, obviously. Right? It'll be fun. Good job, everyone.
Is going to be over on the inside there. Chase Sexton a little bit further down for the USA. And will they have all the small bikes in? Well, Anstey gets a good start from the inside for GB, or is it Tommy Searle? Actually, Searle goes down. So GB and Ferrandis in there as well, 15. And the German in there is the Italian Mattia Guadagnini, who leads the way for Italy.
But for America, this is the race that they've wanted to see. You got Jet Lawrence, who's the Lights 250 champion, and the runner-up in 450 to Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton. So now we have a race on our hands. We got Italian out front with America and Australia second and third.
Yeah. Sexton will not be able to triple up the hill, and Guadagnini makes sure of that. Quick pull of the roll-off set. Oh, no, Jet Lawrence casing the triple at the top of the hill.
Sexton.
Guadagnini bobbles in the turn, and that allows Chase Sexton to get on terms with him, gets alongside of him at the top of the hill. He goes to the inside. Guadagnini should, yeah, and a mistake there from Sexton as well. So all of a sudden, Jet Lawrence back into play. Chase Sexton all of a sudden back under pressure from Jet Lawrence, and then he closes down the Australian, who runs it down the inside of Sexton. An apology there from the young Australian, but he moves into second position, a decisive move. Jumping long into the turn, very reminiscent of his Dutch skills from his time in Europe. He's all of a sudden found some speed and he charges down the inside, takes the lead away from Guadagnini. It's Australia and Jet Lawrence who lead in race 2. Lawrence is on an absolute flyer here, 2 positions in the boom, 2 corners, and he goes down, throws it away. Hunter Lawrence has to do it all again. Unlucky there, but look how deep the turn is. He tried to get it in there. Liam Evans goes through, so too does Simon Langenfelder.
So Thomas and Jason were saying that sometimes you have a hard time getting out of the way from Roger Chase Sexton looking at the inside.
Yeah, Sexton tried to get alongside, but he was always fighting a losing battle, and now he goes to the outside line here. Can he commit a mistake from Guadagnini on the way in? Can Sexton come back out of the turn? Yes, he can. And it's bar to bar as they charge down into turn 7. This time, Sexton has moved into second position. Dominating display here, wins for Australia, his first ever Motocross of Nations event, and it's his first race win, and on a 450, so out of class, but Jet Lawrence makes it happen. Meanwhile, Sexton second.
Jet Lawrence, what a race for you. That 450 suits you.
Yeah, no, it's I was excited so much for it, and it went good first moto. I know the second one's not going to be as easy. That one, it took me a while. I had made a few mistakes and just was kind of trying to push more. And I just ended up realizing I had to step it back a bit, trying to get that flow. And once I got that flow, I was able to make a few of my moves. I didn't want to get that close to Chase, so I feel bad on that one. Like, so slippery there. It's so hard to pass on this track. But no, happy with that. Going to go back, recover, and get ready for the next one.
Good luck for the final race.
Tried to go too early over on this inside here, but down the inside, Jorge Prado goes in, but going wide around the outside. Renault, or is that Renault and Manel? Look at that, France first and second, and US there in third with Chase Sexton. And Yarlo Kears goes down, and Tomac in the back of him as well. An explosive start then here in the first 3-4 corners with the 2 French riders leading the way. Maxim Renault, Dylan Ferrandis, in fact Ferrandis now leading the way. Maxim Renault second, Chase Sexton third. Eli Tomac buried at about
gets aggressive, right? He understands the situation. They need to make up points on Team USA. And this race, if you're going to get aggressive anywhere in your career, this is the race.
In this third and final race, the deciding race, and Sexton getting up over Larocco's lead. We both had our hands over our eyes there, Jason Thomas and I, as Sexton attempted it, but he knew that might be the game changer in terms of getting onto the rear wheel of Maxime Renault. And it's the Americans leading the French here in this third and final race. Move forward. Ferrandis is down. New race leader, Dylan Ferrandis throws it away, and that will hand a point. Well, his teammate will take over the lead, but it will be second place. And look at the amount of time.
Jet Lawrence even goes by, so he's all the way back. Tomac should be your next rider by if he hasn't gone by.
Sexton giving chase, quite literally, to Maxime Renault. Those two separated by about a second and a half as they hit the line a moment ago at the end of lap 5. We're on lap 6. Where is Eli Tomac? He is still in 7th place, 8 seconds down on Ferrandis. But again, Ferrandis setting the fastest lap of the race. One is wearing the green and gold as he messes up coming through that turn, but Sexton all over the back of Maxime Renault once again.
Wow, and Jet Lawrence was 2 full seconds quicker than both of these two riders last lap around, and it feels like it's inevitable at this point. You know, the only thing that could go wrong is if Jet makes a mistake or he simply can't get around these two. But what an impressive debut for Jet Lawrence. We all knew he would be great on the 450, but I think this is even surpassing my expectations.
6th place if he can find his way around. He's got good drive around here, but look how deep the outside is. It's been like that all day long.
Yeah, it's never really worked. Surprised Tomac went there. I think it was just for the sheer fact of not following, but we really haven't seen anybody get overtaken.
Look at Lawrence. Can he cut back to the inside like he did on Guadagnini? No, he can't. And that was obviously his pass for the lead in race 1 on that part of the racetrack, but he's hard on the brakes. He's going to charge down the inside. Wow, decisive that from Hunter Lawrence. A back end all over the place from Sexton on the exit of the turn.
Play for in those cards. I don't think either of them know that. You know, Renault would obviously care, Sexton probably wouldn't, but it's up to Renault now. Everything rests in Renault's hands.
Wow, taking advantage of the back marker there, Jet Lawrence, because Maxime Renault, he came upon him and Jet Lawrence was able to read it and turn tighter through that turn. He was all over the back of him.
Jet's been incredible through that section all day long. I don't know how he's able to carry such momentum versus, you know, we're not talking about amateur riders. Maxime Renault is your MX2 world champion from 2021, and he makes him look amateurish through that section. It just, I think it speaks to the talent, and it's almost like Jet can see the lines forming and where it's going to slow you down. You see him take the inside there, but Renault should get Larocco's leap here.
A 2-horse race between Maxime Renault and Jet Lawrence. The Australian getting better drive uphill into Talladega. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. One lap to go. Maxime Renault all of a sudden has 3.3 seconds over Jet Lawrence. Back markers playing their part, possibly on the penultimate lap there. Inadvertently, obviously, they're having their own race, Wilson and Guadagnini, but there's a lead. So Chase Sexton, we are on the final lap. He is less than half a lap from what would be a historical moment in his riding career. Right now they're throwing away the 9th place of Justin Cooper from race 1, but heading uphill, Maxime Renault, who has a 4.5 second advantage over Jet Lawrence. He will surely take the win and the checkered flag. Lawrence will take second, but Chase Sexton, Team USA, he will round out the final couple of corners. The flag does go out, Renault wins, but Chase Sexton has won the Motocross of Nations for the Team USA for the first time since 2011. It is gonna go off here, and he knows it. We just need to bring Tomac over the line for sure in 6th position, and the celebrations are gonna go wild. And for Team USA, 23 wins.
Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton, history was made today and you were part of it.
That's right, the dry spell's over, so it feels so cool to do it here at RedBud on the home turf. Probably the best crowd I've ever seen for an MX1 event I've been to, so cool, we did it. That was a true team effort. Obviously was the weak link in that moto, and Chase came through for us, so great job Chase, great job Justin. I'll get this. Thank you Team USA, everyone involved. We got it done.
Thank you.
Team USA on the top step of the podium, the loudest national anthem sung in a long time. Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, Justin Cooper, team manager Roger DeCosta.
You took your first Motocross of Nations race win. You now lifted the Chamberlain Trophy for the very first time. It's a memorable day for you.
Oh, I know these don't come easy and they don't come often, so I think back to just the beginning of the day and beginning of the weekend. You know, it felt great as a team. We had great team atmosphere, great team effort, and obviously with the racing today, we all pulled our own weight. We all put in those solid motos and those solid scores. So I got to give it up to these two guys, Chase, Justin. So this is an awesome one to win.
Chase Sexton, your very first Motocross of Nations on home soil. The pressure was on, but just tell us, what did that podium feel like for you?
Unbelievable. This whole weekend has been really a dream come true, being my birthday, and it all worked out. So first win. I can't take that for granted because, like Eli said, they don't come very often, and I'm just so happy. That last race, going off the start, it was key to get out there, and yeah, it was a nerve-wracking race. Just wanted to get it to the finish. So stoked on today, stoked on the crowd. I can't really explain it. It's just lots of words right now.
Great job. Justin Cooper, it's been 11 years for you guys, 11 years. You really, really needed this. You were part of the winning team, and you also MX2 class winner. Fantastic days for you.
Yeah, I really, everything came together for us. We had 6 solid motos as a team, and everyone was working so good together, and the crowd was behind us the whole time. It was an awesome weekend. I wouldn't never take this for granted. This is very special to us, and yeah, like you said, it's been 11 years, so that's been pretty dented in our heads, and it was long overdue. So to get it done is very relieving, and I'm proud of the guys for holding up.
Congrats, guys. Well deserved.